ვფიქრობ რევმატოლოგიას, იმიტომ რომ ყველაზე მეტად ამ სპეციალობაში ვიპოვე ჩემი თავი.
Okay, I'm choosing to go into cardiothoracic surgery, mostly because the first time I watched a video on heart transplants, I was so amazed by the heart and I couldn't help myself. I just knew surgery was what I wanted to do.
ყოველთვის მინდოდა ადამიანებისთვის გატეხილი ბულები გამემცელებინა, ამიტომ გადავწყვიტე კარდიოქირურგია.
So I'm directing myself towards internal medicine and in a super specialty of gastroenterology. I'm extremely interested in GI because it covers from everything from the mouth, esophagus, liver, spleen, pancreas, etc. So it's my I really love that field. So we'll be heading towards it mostly.
ოფთალმოლოგია ავირჩიე და ვფიქრობ რომ ყველაზე მეტად აქ ხედავ ჩემ თავს.
I would like to go for emergency medicine in my future. It is actually a really fast-pacing industry, a fast-pacing an area of medicine, and it is actually very rewarding once you treat the patient, and that is the main reason why I would like to choose that.
I would like to choose gynecology and obstetrics because I feel it's a combination of medical treatment and surgical treatment, and I feel it's the best choice for me right now.
Okay, I'm going to go for internal medicine, but maybe I'll specialize in infectious diseases going on, but I'm not sure about that. But I have always loved the diagnostic part of medicine more rather than the treatment part. That's why I'm directed more towards internal medicine rather than surgery.
So I'm opting towards internal medicine because I just like the concept of treating the patient. I like the concept of inpatient treatment, and a lot of people in my family are already an internist, so they gave me a lot of motivation to pursue this direction, and I think I'll be a pretty good doctor in this field.
Looking forward to be a surgeon, especially cardiosurgeon or neurosurgeon in the future.
იმიტომ რომ სხვაგან ჩემი თავი ვერ წარმომიდგენია და ბავშვობიდან მინდოდა რომ რა უნდა გამოხვიდე რომ ეკითხებიან 3-4 წლისაც რო ხარ და 5 წლის ექიმი იყო ყოველთვის პასუხი და სულ თამაშობდი ექიმობარას.
Because when I went online to do research, it said it was one of the best medical schools in Georgia or the best medical school in Georgia, and I wanted to be in the best, so I came here.
თავიდან არ მინდოდა სიმართლე გითხრათ, მაგრამ ალბათ უფრო გენეტიკამ თავისი გზა იპოვა, იმიტომ რომ ბებია ჩემიც ექიმი იყო, დედა ჩემიც ექიმია და მეც მათ გზას გავყევი.
So medicine is something I think I've been saying from my childhood itself that if I really wanted to be a doctor from the beginning itself. So to help people to make a difference in someone's lives whenever someone is not in a good phase or even not in a good condition or not in a good health. This is something where I feel that if I can step forward and do something for them would be really amazing. So the fire which was ignited within me was something from the childhood itself, and I really wanted to be a doctor. So I hope that I'm able to fulfill this and make a difference in people's lives.
ყველაზე მეტად აქ ხედავდი ჩემ თავს სხვა პროფესიაში არ წარმომედგინა.
Okay, medicine has been a dream of mine since I was very young. I do not have many people who are in the medical field, but also it was a very a respected field. And once you are a doctor or you're involved in the medical field, you get to treat and help a lot of people, and that is very rewarding. That is the reason I chose medicine. Yeah.
So medicine is the only choice which I thought was interesting for me, and the time I was studying here, my grandfather passed away from cancer, so that just helped me more to be motivated and become a good doctor for other people, so that I can try and help more people and try to save lives. I would say I took medicine as an interest, but the death of my grandfather made me more motivated and focused on what my end goal is today, which is basically to save lives and make it better for everyone else.
So as a child, I was always fascinated by the human body and how it functions, and it was always my parents' dream to see me as a doctor, and somewhere it became my dream too.
Yeah, to be honest, I chose the profession medicine. So the first reason is basically to serve people. And the second reason is because of the interest towards science itself. So these are two of many reasons that I chose medicine.
Because since childhood it was my dream to become a doctor, to help the patient and around surroundings me.
IIT იმიტომ რომ ჩემი ბევრი მეგობარი სწავლობდა და მათი რეკომენდაციით სხვა უნივერსიტეტზე არც მიფიქრია. პრიორიტეტულად პირველიც და მეორეც IIT მქონდა მონიშნული, როდესაც აბიტურიენტი ვიყავი და დარწმუნებული ვიყავი, რომ მომცემდა საკუთარ ქვეყანაში ამერიკულ განათლებას, რომელიც იქნებოდა ინგლისურ ენაზე.
ძალიან რთული არჩევანის წინაშე ვიყავით, თორსა უნივერსიტეტებს ვეძებდით და ბევრს რო ვკითხეთ, ყველამ არ ვიცი, თვალის დაუხუჭავად თქვეს, რომ ეს იყო IIT პირველი ამერიკული ცოდნით და ყველაზე თამამი გადაწყვეტილება ჩემ ცხოვრებაში ალბათ IIT იყო.
DTMU has been the pillar stone for me for sure. Actually, I had seen a lot in Georgia before entering the country, but I saw that this was a USMLE based program where the curriculum, the structure, etc. was organized so well that even when I saw in the 6 years from the basics, then transition to clinicals, where everything was in a repetitive fashion too. For example, if we had done cardiology in the basics and when we do again in the clinicals, there's just a different perspective or aspect to it where we apply the skills. So the transition was so amazing that at the end of 6 years, when we look back, it was something that has given us so much knowledge and so much wisdom that we are now ready to face the upcoming challenges and our other degrees too. So then basically the knowledge which DTMU has provided, we are extremely grateful for that for sure, because it would have been impossible not about if they hadn't given us that kind of a push to study everything and be up to date. So this is something which was amazing and it was an exhilarating experience for sure.
IIT იმიტომ რომ ვფიქრობ რომ ყველაზე საუკეთესო ვარიანტი არის იმისთვის რომ მივიღოთ თანამედროვე სამედიცინო განათლება ევროპის და ამერიკის სტანდარტებით.
The quality of education in DTMU, that is the best one. Okay, the quality of education, it is unmatched to any other universities in Georgia. So that is the main reason, just because the education was the top notch.
DTMU was the college which I chose because my goal was to go to US, and DTMU was covering US based curriculum, and it was one of the competitive universities at that time. And I asked around, and DTMU was the competitive exam, and the environment is very nice, which you can thrive in. So that's why I chose DTMU.
I did a lot of research back in India, and initially it was like, why Georgia? So it was a safe place to be, so my parents preferred Georgia, and I found it a beautiful place when I was looking at it online. And I chose DTMU because eventually I wanted to go to US, and I've heard that there are a lot of DTMU graduates in US, and DTMU prepares us exactly for that. So that's why I chose DTMU.
I've heard a lot of reviews about DTMU being very challenging university, and it has a really good academic program. So that was my one criteria that I had in my mind, and DTMU fulfilled it, and hence I chose DTMU.
I was looking for a university, then I came across this DTMU. Some of my friends were studying here too, so they suggested me that DTMU is really good for your future. So because of I'm planning to go to USA, so for USMLE preparation and all the study basis that we are following is based on USMLE. So
არ ვიცი, სხვა გამარჯვენია ჩემი თავი.
ალბათ სულით მაინც ექიმი ვიქნებოდი.
შეფი ალბათ.
Well, the ideal doctor for me is someone who is very knowledgeable. I mean, is very active in gaining knowledge, because knowledge is ever progressing and changing, and we're finding out new things every day. The ideal doctor is someone who is disciplined and has integrity, because it's very important when dealing with patients, also a sensitive person, because you're dealing with people's health and people's emotions are involved. So an ideal doctor would be a hard worker, ready to make sacrifices, because medicine is not an easy profession as well. So hopefully that's the kind of doctor I can become.
Ideal doctor in my view would be a doctor who is good with communication with the patients, and that would be the most important thing, I would say. So communication wise, if a doctor is there, you can always brush up on your knowledge. If you forget something, you can revise it. But a doctor who is not good in communication can lead to misunderstanding and causing harm to the patient or making them lose trust in the doctors. So a good communicator would be an ideal doctor for me.
So an ideal doctor for me is somebody who keeps his principles and ethics intact firstly, and also to deliver their knowledge and the wisdom in the most professional way, that you are able to deliver that, and also to take care of the people in need and also the people who are not in good health. That is something where we have a doctor-patient relationship, where the patient is something where we have to prioritize. That will be our main goal. So this is something which I look forward to as well, that to give to the best of my ability, and whoever is like we need to give to the best of our capabilities, our abilities, and strive hard to make ourselves better each and every day by reviewing everything, being up to date with all the knowledge and information which is going out, because there's so much research going on every single day. We need to be up to date for every single thing. So this is something I would really look forward to, and the main aim will be to give to the best to our patients for sure.
იდეალური ექიმია, როდესაც არის პაციენტების მიმართ გულისხმიერი, უანგარო, ყოველთვის არის დაეხმაროს და უპასუხოს ნებისმიერ შეკითხვას და იყოს ყურადღებიანი, და მეც ვფიქრობ, რომ ასეთი ვიქნები.
ალბათ იმ ყველა ეთიკის ნორმების დაცვით და ყველა იმ წესით, რომელიც აქამდე აიეტმა გვასწავლა, და ყველაზე მნიშვნელოვანია ჩემთვის პირადად უნდა იყოს პირველ რიგში ადამიანი და შემდგომ უკვე თავისი პროფესიის სპეცი.
ჩემთვის იდეალური ექიმი არის პირველ რიგში თბილი, უნდა გამოირჩეოდეს ემპათიით, მუდმივად უნდა ეუფლებოდეს თანამედროვე სამედიცინო ლიტერატურას და უნდა გქონდეს ძალიან დიდი პასუხისმგებლობის გრძნობა.
Okay, first day at university, my first class. Before I came, actually, I had some friends who were in this university, and they had told me quite a lot about it. So I knew what to expect. I knew on the first day I would be reading a whole lot. So I was prepared. So when they gave us a big book of biochemistry and a lot to read, I was like, yeah, I got this. So I went home, I studied, and I came back the next day and I got an A. So it was great.
So to the date, I still remember my first day at DTMU. It was a very interesting day. It was really scary, but I learned a lot. I remember I got to meet some very good people like on my first day, and I still have them as friends even right today. So I was very grateful for that. And I went to the Rustavi campus back in Rustavi. So that was also a very interesting place. The people over there, the support staff, everyone was really friendly and they were very welcoming. So that really helped a lot.
Okay, so the first day I landed here was 6th October 2017. But our classes started on 11th, I think, I'm not sure. And we had a class with Yuri sir. He was teaching us biochem. And to be honest, he really made us feel at home. And everyone in the Rustavi staff was very welcoming, and they made us feel like we were at home, yeah.
პირველი კურსი იყო გამოწვევებით ახსავსე, იმიტომ რომ გავიცანი ახალი ბავშვები, ასე ვთქვათ, ჩემი კოლეგები არიან ახლა ისინი და იქნებიან. და გავიცანი ან პროფესორების და მასწავლებლების ისეთი კონტინგენტი, ასე ვთქვათ, რომლებიც სულ კოლეგათი მომერთავდნენ პირველივე კურსიდან, და ეს იყო ძალიან საპატივსაცემო ჩემი მხრიდანაც, იმიტომ რომ მაგზომინებდნენ, რომ ვიყავი დავით ტვილდიანის სამედიცინო უნივერსიტეტის სტუდენტი და არა რაღაც სხვა უნივერსიტეტის სტუდენტი და ვიღებდი განსაკუთრებულ განათლებას. მახსოვს, რომ იყო ბევრი ღამის თენებაც, ნერვიულობაც, ემოციებით ახსავსე იყო და მიხარია, რომ გავუმკლავდი და ბევრი რაღაც შემძინა ამან წამი, იმიტომ რომ უნდა იყო ძალიან მომთმენი, უნდა იყო პასუხისმგებლიანიც, უნდა იყო რაღაც შეუპოვარი, რომ 6 წელი გაატარო ამ უნივერსიტეტში.
ხო დღე პირველი ცოტა არ იყოს აღფრთოვანებულიც ვიყავი და ამავდროულად ძალიან ნერვიულობდი, იმიტომ რომ არ ვიცოდი სად შევდიოდი, ახალი გამოცდილება იყო ჩემთვის, ხოლო ბოლო დღე ალბათ იყო შვება, იმიტომ რომ ამდენი წვალება, ამდენი შრომის შედეგი გამოჩნდა ბოლოს და ბოლოს.
პირველი დღე და პირველი კურსი სულ ესე ადრენალინით დატვირთული მახსენდება. ძალიან პატარა ვიყავი და ეხლა რომ ვუყურებ, როგორ გავიზარდე.
DTMU in one word. I would say I actually have two words, not one. Go-getting. DTMU is go-getting.
მომავალი და ცოდნა.
აიედი ერთი სიტყვით ჩემთვის არის თავდაჯერებულობა.
Exhilarating, for sure. Exhilarating experience, for sure, yes.
დიდი ოჯახია ალბათ, იმიტომ რომ ყველაზე ძვირფასი ადამიანები ჩემ ცხოვრებაში აიეთში შევიწინე და მართლა ერთი ოჯახი გავხდით ყველა.
Family, that's what I would choose.
Competitive.
I would say educative.
That's tough. Challenging, adventurous, yeah.
Intense.
აიეტყო მომცა ძალიან ბევრი ის ნიშან-თვისება, ასე ვთქვათ, რომელიც შემდგომში ექიმს სჭირდება. ეს არის მომთვენი უნდა იყო პირველ რიგში, უნდა იყო მიზანდასახული, უნდა ბევრ რაღაცაზე თქვა უარი და დაუთმო ეს რაღაც გარკვეული დრო პროფესიას და სწავლას და აი რაღაცა უფრო მეტად გამომწვნა რომ ვიყო ძლიერი და თავდაჯერებული რა თქმა უნდა.
DTMU gave me strength to be resilient. Endurance. I mean, it's not easy going every single day facing your teachers, asking you what you read. It made me to always be prepared at any moment. On a doctor, you have to be a quick thinker. And every moment I knew that when I got to class, my teacher could ask me anything. So sometimes I even read more than I had to read in the book, especially when I had neuroanatomy. My teacher was very tasky. So I think it helped me a lot mentally.
და აი მანაც შემატა ეს თავდაჯერებულობა.
აიეტყო მომცა დროის მენეჯმენტი, თავდაჯერებულობა და მიზანდასახულობა.
DTMU gave me, first of all, the medical degree that is that worth a lot of time and a lot of effort. It gave me a good family that I can always remember into the future and who I have created a lot of memories with. DTMU was my home actually. The faculty was my family and it was a really interesting time that I had in DTMU.
I think who I am as a person today is because of DTMU. It really shaped me and the experiences that it gave me, it really helped me in pushing my boundaries. So all I am as a person today is because of DTMU.
It gave me a work-life balance. It taught me how to have a good work-life balance, empowerment.
The advantages of the lectures. I think the way it's structured is, I like the way the curriculum here is structured. And I like the way it's done because it makes you always be serious. There's no space to slack off or say that you won't read, because you have to read, because you're getting graded every day. And if I was a lecturer, yes. If I was a lecturer, I think that I would be very kind towards my students because I understand how difficult it is going through med school. But I wouldn't be careless. I would still want them to do their work, but I would still be very kind, I think.
ალბათ, უპირატესობაზე ვიტყოდი, რომ პირველები არიან თავიანთი სპეციალობის, არ ვიცი, უბადლო მფლობელები, ყველაფერი იციან იმისთვის, რომ სხვასაც გაანდონეს საიდუმლო, რასაც ქვია მედიცინა და მე თვითონ ლექტორი რო ყოფილიყავი, ალბათ მე თვითონაც მათ დავემსგავსებოდი.
Ideალური ლექტორი ჩემთვის არის ადამიანი, რომელიც სტუდენტებს ემეგობრება, ცდილობს მაქსიმალურად კარგად გადმოსცეს ინფორმაცია და სტუდენტებზე მორგებული პროგრამით ასწავლის. ვფიქრობ, მე ესეთი ლექტორი მინდა რომ ვიყო, თუ ეს მე გადავწყვეტ ლექტორად მუშაობას და აი ეს ლექტორებს ნამდვილად აქვთ ეს უპირატესობა.
We have many experienced lecturers towards our clinics, and also we have very young lecturers in the basic science. So they both have different experiences. They have the values are different, their experience are different, and also their expertise are different. The younger generation of the lecturers, they think like us. They will help us in our situation because they know our situation and because they recently graduates and stuff. But on the other hand, the experienced one, they are the one who will, promote us in our career, and they will give us more, further, all the information that we need. That's the thing.
So in this 6 years, I can say we have had all kinds of lecturers. There were some who were too kind, there were some who were really motivating and had a lot of knowledge and skills to share with us, while there were some who were really terrifying, but eventually they did help us in pushing our boundaries, and they did challenge us to expand our potential.
So a few of the lecturers that I personally liked, there were few teachers, few professors in my basic sciences who were the graduates of DTMU. So they knew the system really well, and they taught us according to that. For example, the batch of 2017, they taught us really well, and most of them went on being doctors in the US. So it was really nice having lecturers who are of your same generation, let's say. That was good. And even the doctors, after the first filter, those physicians also really gave us really good clinical knowledge, I would say.
So the main advantage of DTMU's lecturers are they are very supportive, and if you need any help regarding studies or if you are preparing for USMLE, they'll guide you throughout your journey. And it's not only about your theoretical education. If you go to clinic also, you get a lot of experience and a lot of clinical exposure and education regarding clinical rotations as well. So.
მე რო ლექტორი ვიყო, აუცილებლად ვიქნები მომთხოვნი, კაცრიც ვიქნები, მაგრამ ამავდროულად ვიქნები მეგობრული. ესე ვფიქრობ და გამომწვევი ის არის, რომ ლექტორს უწევს ძალიან ნიჭიერ და ძალიან მიზანსახულ სტუდენტებთან ურთიერთობა და ყოველთვის იქნება ტონუსში და мотиваციის ფონზე, ასე ვთქვათ, და ეს მომწონს ყველაზე მეტად.
ნაქვამდეს, სასიამოვნოა.
მე ძალიან მიყვარს საქართველო.